Hey, welcome back to Clearwater Chronicles. Today I'm going to walk you through a side-by-side comparison of two very different pool filter cartridges. One brand new high-quality model and one cheaper alternative that's seen some use. We'll break down the internal construction of both, the filtration differences, the filtration material they're made of, and help you decide which one you should choose when you're replacing your pool filter cartridges. On the right, we have a brand new C7468 pool filter cartridge. It's a universal fit for models like Jandy's, CL460, and many others. Here is a budget-friendly option that's been through a few cycles. The outer surfaces tell part of the story, but where it really matters is on the inside. And we'll get to the inside in a second, but first let's talk about the outside. You see these bands and how they break down over time? These are what keeps the filter material evenly spaced. Now, generally speaking, the cheaper the filter, the less quality the bands they use, the faster they break down, and the less time that you actually have to use the filter, or the less amount of cycles you can put it through with the cleanings. Because the more you clean these and the more you use them, the more they break down. With the high quality filter like this one, you're going to get a little more life out of these bands and keep that filter material separated for a good bit longer than you would with the cheaper version. On the high quality filter, this band is made to degrade over time, but it's not going to degrade prematurely. That's what you want when it comes to the bands. You want them to not degrade prematurely. Now, on a lot of cheaper filters, you'll find this band is nothing but plastic and it never degrades, but what happens is the adhesive breaks and separates. This doesn't happen with the fabric material you see here, but it often happens with the plastic straps that you see on a lot of the cheaper filters. This filter, even though it's a less expensive model, still has the fabric. Even though it's degraded because it's been through some cycles. This is a band that's usually seen on higher quality filters, even though this is a less expensive filter. Each filter has a lifespan, and those bands are intended to break down over time. But when they do break down, the pleats collapse in on themselves, you have less water flow, and your pump has to work harder. Now, part of choosing your filter is going to be to take a look at the internal structure of the filters. And that's where these filters really are a lot different. And it's one of the reasons why this one is so much better than this one. This filter has this internal structure. It actually has two of them. It also has thicker plastic with bigger holes. So there's going to be more water coming through there because of these internal braces. This is going to be the design that won't collapse in on itself. As we look at the internal structure of the cheaper filter, notice there's no supports. That's just a cylinder that is unsupported in the middle. Now, a couple of telltale signs for replacement would be these bands being broken, these pleats being collapsed in on each other, or the pool filter itself collapsing in on itself. This filter, to be fair, it's probably not ready for replacement, although I would say in the next cycle or two, it will be. Once these bands do break and it does start to collapse, it'll likely collapse in on itself because of the lack of internal structure. Now, the C7468 has strong internal supports. Combine that with the trilobal filtration fabric, you're not just getting better filtration, but you're getting longer lasting performance. Now, the reason I've got two different sizes here is to explain to you the difference in flow rate. Obviously, the larger the filter, the higher gallon per minute flow rate, and the more surface area you can clean. This one filter will clean 115 square feet. This one's rated somewhere between 130 and 150. Each one is designed for a certain pool filter. These cartridges are intended to go in certain pool filters. Don't get one that's undersized just to save a little money, because you're getting less filtration with the smaller size. Another thing that I like better about this model is that trilobal fabric. It not only catches the really fine stuff like the dog hair, which is a big problem in my pool, and also the sand and the algae particles, but it releases it easier. So when you go to spray this off with the hose and clean it out, the gunk comes out a lot easier. A lot of your more inexpensive filters tend to hold onto the gunk even after you clean them, and that not only shortens the lifespan of the filter, it also affects your water quality. So if you're going to be shopping for pool filters this season, take a little time to look beyond the price. Pay attention to the internal structure, the material quality, and the fit for your system. You'll save money in the long run and you'll keep your pool crystal clear. If you're shopping and you want to consider these, I'll put a link in the description. If you use that link, it helps support the channel. It doesn't cost you any extra. It'll cost you the same thing whether you use the link or not, and I really appreciate it. If you found this helpful, then hit the like button and subscribe for more pool care tips right here on Clearwater Chronicles. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.